Hindi po pangkaraniwan lang yan, ano? Nasa saligan batas po yan, nakasaad. So I don't know how they will supersede, if I may call it that way, yung constitutional provision where it's the Senate President who is the presiding officer in the impeachment proceeding, covering all impeachment involving impeachable officers below the President.
Mm-mm.
Kasi pagdating sa Presidente, ang Chief Justice po ang presiding officer. So below the President and all impeachable officers will be tried before the Senate, in which the presiding officer is the Senate President.
At sa mga oras po ito, nasa linya po ng ating komunikasyon via Zoom si Attorney Martin Delgrad III. Attorney, good morning. May buntag, Jade at Admar po ang inyong mga kasama. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
At magandang umaga din po sa inyo, J.L. Edmar. At
Opo.
sa inyong mga tagapanood.
Opo. Attorney, unahin ko lang yung reaksyon dito sa bagong liderato po ng Senado sa pangunguna po ng bagong Senate President Win Gatchalian. Ano po ba ang masasabi po ninyo sa bagong komposisyon po ngayon?
I will not be surprised. Kasi if you would notice, every time a senator is summoned to Malacanang, he changes his mind. Nagyari na po, reportedly, Senator Chis Escudero went to Malacanang. A few days after, he changed his mind. And there was another report that Joel Villanueva went to Malacanang for whatever reason it may be. And then a few days thereafter, he changed his mind. So whatever is the case, the new leadership is there already in the Senate, and they are expected to work. And I would subscribe to the statement of Senator Peter Alan Cayetano saying that there is already a new leadership and he and his group, the minority bloc, will respect it. And that's how democracy should work, getting the majority vote. Not like the time when there was a deadlock at pinagpipilitan na sila yung may mayorya. When in fact the Constitution is very clear on what a quorum is. Because no matter how you look at it from whichever angle you look at the Constitution, hindi po nagbabago yan. 13 talaga yung quorum. Eh ngayon, they were able to get 13 votes, eh di sila na yung mayorya.
Opo. Opo, at kaugnay nga dyan sa naging sesyon noong June 3, attorney, yung petition po ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Anong magiging epekto po nito kapag magdesisyon po o may decision po ang Supreme Court patungkol po doon sa issue ng pagpapalit liderato noong June 3 session?
I would like to, actually it crossed my mind na with the new majority now in place, baka sakali lang, the Supreme Court might declare the petition moot kasi nga mayroon ng majority block. But I would like to believe also para hindi na maulit yung naulit pa. At naulit na nga nung several decades ago under the time of Senate President Abilino. Kaya umabot sa Korte Suprema yung issue na yan. Sa ngayon, umabot na rin sa Korte Suprema. So perhaps to put an end to how the Constitution should be properly interpreted, the Supreme Court should proceed to resolve the petition recently filed by the Cayetano bloc.
Opo. Attorney, ang impeachment case ni VP Sara Duterte ay umuusad na. Kahapon nga ay nagsimula na itong pre-trial conference dyan po sa Senado kung saan yung dalawang kampo, depensa at yung prosecution ay nagharap po doon sa Senado. Pag-usapan po yung magiging procedure ng impeachment. Anong tingin po ninyo considering sa bagong komposisyon ngayon ng Senado ay paano ito, anong magiging implikasyon, epekto po sa magiging kaso ng impeachment ni VP Sara Duterte?
The impeachment case will proceed accordingly. No? Alam natin na yung any impeachment proceeding or impeachment case initiated by the House and tried by the Senate, no matter how people will deny, especially those on the two houses of Congress, there is always a political dimension of this proceeding. No matter how we try to adjudicate, ibig sabihin, we hear the cases based on the evidence, meron talagang malakas na political implication or pressure on how the case will be decided, whichever way. That being the case, ang nakapagtataka lang dito, kung tama yung narinig ko at nabasa ko, hindi yung Senate President ang magpe-preside sa impeachment court. I don't know if I got the information correctly na si Senator Chis Escudero ang magpe-preside sa impeachment proceeding. Purportedly because he's a lawyer. But I don't know if that is, although the Senate has already resolved that in a resolution that was approved, but that will still not be in consonance with the Constitution.
Si Senator Ping Lacson po mismo ang nagsabi po niyan na pag magkaroon po ng magko-convene na po yung Senate Impeachment Court, yan po isa sa kanilang isusulong, ipapanukala na si Senator Chis Escudero ang gawing presiding officer. Pero attorney, sa kasalukuyan po o karaniwang proseso, hindi ho ba yung Senate President mismo ang dapat mag-preside sa impeachment court?
Hindi po pangkaraniwan lang yan, ano? Nasa saligan batas po yan, nakasaad. So I don't know how they will supersede, if I may call it that way, yung constitutional provision where it's a Senate President who is the presiding officer in the impeachment proceeding, covering all impeachment involving impeachable officers below the President. Kasi pagdating sa Presidente, ang Chief Justice po ang presiding officer. So below the President and all impeachable officers will be tried before the Senate in which the presiding officer is the Senate President.
Opo. Attorney, naniniwala ho ba kayo na yung special session na ginawa ay may kinalaman po dito sa impeachment, yung pagpapalit liderato, may kinalaman po dito sa impeachment ni VP Sara at sa iba pang mga issues na kinakaharap natin ngayon?
Liliwanagin ko lang, anong special session po ito?
Yung special session po na sinabi po o dineklara ng Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. yung nakaraan, attorney, na kung saan nagkaroon ng pagpapalit liderato. So nakikita ho ba ninyo na ang pakay o yung direksyon o may kinalaman ho ba, may kaugnayan ho ba ang impeachment ni VP Sara Duterte kaya kailangan magpalit ng liderato dyan po sa Senado?
Obviously, I fully agree with that observation. Kasi yung urgency, I'll put that in the context, Unang-una, there was supposed to be already a adjournment sine die. Ibig sabihin, adjourn na yung Congress sa pagkaalam ko. Pangalawa, the President may call Congress for a special session on urgent matters. And as it turned out, the matter that was discussed was more yung mga ayuda, no? So hindi ko alam kung pangangailangan ng tao yan, Pero obviously, I share the observation of Senator Peter Alan Cayetano na yung pinagdidiinan talaga o pinagpipilitan na magkakaroon ng special session para mapalitan yung liderato ng Senado. Matuldukan na ang liderato and will have a direct consequence in the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Papaano, attorney, kung ang iba po sa mga senador o ilan po sa mga senador ay sasapitin po ang nangyari katulad ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada na ngayon nakakulong?
The Constitution is very clear, Pagdating sa botohan, you have to look at the Senate because this is what you call an impeachment court. Just like any court, they will have to decide on the basis of the evidence. But unlike any court or collegial court for that matter, this is composed of 24 senators. Nakalagay talaga yan sa saligang batas. So ibig sabihin, yung 24 and the count on how many would determine either acquittal or conviction, nakalagay na rin yan sa saligang batas. Let us not get into any interpretation other than what is clearly stated in the Constitution. Buti sana kung yung Constitution ay hindi klaro na kailangan pa yung pupunta tayo sa Korte Suprema for the Supreme Court to interpret what the Constitution really means, no? Pero doon sa nakalagay sa Constitution, klarong-klaro na two-thirds vote of the Senate. Ibig sabihin, 16 to convict, or for that matter, 9 to acquit. No? And
Opo.
for that matter, I like to make this very clear, kahit na walang boto na no, they still need 16 votes to convict.
Mm. Opo. Kasi nga, usapan na ay baba na lang daw yung baga threshold ng magiging boto para i-convict si VP Sara, considering na wala po yung dalawa, si Senator Bato de la Rosa, ay hindi pa alam nila kung saan, at itong si Senator Jinggoy Estrada, at meron pang iba pang mga senador naharap na sa kaso at reklamo, attorney. Kung gaano ho ba kadali o katagal ang kung gustuhin man nilang amyendahan o baguhin ang konstitusyon, particular na po dito sa impeachment trial po ng VP Sara Duterte?
Ay, patungkol dun sa pangalawang tanong mo, mahirap. Especially at this point in time. Amending the Constitution just to suit their interpretation to lower the threshold of acquittal or conviction of an impeachable officer facing impeachment before the Senate, mahirap na sa ngayon. Kasi dadaan ka sa mahabang proseso to amend the Constitution. If you look at the provision of the Constitution, walang ifs and buts. Ibig sabihin, 16 votes to convict. No ifs, no buts. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung kukunin mo na boto. So, ibig sabihin din, as I've said earlier, kahit na walang boboto na no, kailangan mo rin ng 16 votes to convict. Yun lang ang klaro doon insofar as the constitutional provision is concerned.
Opo. At sabi mo nga, hindi madali. At ngayon ay ang bagong majority nasa 13. Para makakuha sila ng dagdag, para umabot sila sa 16, naniniwala ho ba kayo na itong ginagawa pong panggigipit, pag-file ng kaso, laban po doon sa mga senador na nasa minorya na ngayon, ay kabilang po o bahagi po ng strategy o paraan para mahikayat po sila na lumipat sa bagong majority?
No doubt. No doubt.